Jerry. Fabian and Jerry, what's hot? Check the thermometer. Dropping beats, wisdom like we straight out of college, bruh.
Hello, guys. Welcome to the Real Spot podcast with your hosts, myself, Jerry, and Fabian.
Welcome, guys.
Today we're joined by two aspiring entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Go by the name of Nicole and Shanice. And in today's podcast, we're just going to have a chat, find out how these two young business entrepreneurs are forging their way into business, what they do, how they started up, their motivation. So just generally a chat to understand how to come up with an idea and progress in business.
Yeah.
So Shanice, Nicole, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Welcome to the Real Spot.
So let's, I guess, begin with maybe first easy question. Let's say. So tell us about yourselves.
Oh, Who's going first?
So we're Luxe Play. We're a soft play company for kids. I should say from the age of what should we say about?
I'm going to say from newborn, because you have some advanced newborns.
Yeah.
From newborns, currently, we'd say the facilities that we provide are probably up to the age of maybe 5.
4 or 5. Yeah.
That's currently where we're at the moment, but our name at the moment, Luxe Play itself, it's not really very specific. It is at the moment, but the whole plan is that eventually with time we'll expand and provide more services, cater for older kids as well. Mm-hmm. So currently we're starting off in the soft play realm, but we're hoping to expand onto bigger things eventually.
And I remember when I had my young ones as well. I mean, that's a big thing too. When it's birthday parties, for example,
to get something in,
anything from the bouncy castle, but then moving on, it's always a bouncy castle.
Yeah.
What else can you do? So I think there's a lot of scope in there.
Because I think the bouncy castle is like kind of dead now, isn't it? Not dead,
I
but
think
it's part of
still
it.
there, but I think soft play is more trending now. I think.
You got soft play,
and you don't need to supervise the bouncy castle.
Yeah.
I mean, in a very digital era. I mean, we're in our 30s, which is kind of still young, but people that are younger.
You're twins.
I thought you was 21.
She probably looks like she's in her 20s.
Me as the older one here, I always get told that I look younger than my age, so I'll take it. This is what 31 looks like, people. But I think things like bouncy castles and stuff, they are still in trend. I think a lot of people like visuals now. Visuals is what's in. When people take photos on social media, you've got the average person that just is freestyle, takes it, what you see is what you get, and then you've got the person that's got a really nice laid out Instagram and they've got the aesthetic and the balloons and colours. So it's almost like a competition thing as well amongst parents.
It's like eye candy.
It's like, oh well, my child had this, but my child had this.
That's great insight.
And we're basically trying to cater for that specific market. But at the same time, it's important for us that the service that we're providing, we provide a top tier service, but it's affordable.
Cost effective.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Which is good because you don't want to outprice yourself out of the market. You want it so it reaches all tiers of society. That's what I always bank on.
And I think our main thing really is where we say we're London based, which we will do, but we're based in South London, it's where we've lived our entire life, and I think it's important we're able to provide a service for people outside in our area and our community and outside as well.
Excellent. So I guess then as a next question, I mean, so what's the story behind this? I mean, did you just get up one day and think, right, we're doing this? Did you see or go to a party where there was soft play and thought you could do this better?
I think it's a long. I actually think the actual business of what we're actually doing, that probably come about, I'd say, last year. But in terms of us doing a business, we do have another director, Tia, who's not with us. She's actually...
She's got a daughter as well.
Yeah, she's a long-term family friend, so we're actually cousins, believe it or not. And Tia, who's not with us,
we all went dance
all together, and I've known Tia since I was 3, so it's nearly pushing probably
Yeah.
20,
She's
over
like
20
family.
years we've known
It's
each
like
other.
Yeah.
It's like
family,
family.
that's right, that's
Yeah.
right.
But yeah, the last few years we've had a WhatsApp group called Business, and
No business is getting done.
no business as we get it. Which I think everyone's
just talking
talking all these
nothing's going
ideas,
on.
or just talking just normal
Yeah.
day-to-day things. And one day last year,
Yeah.
I think you come up with something.
I think I said, right, we've got this group. It's called Business. We got a sign with someone holding cash as the picture, and there's no business talk. There's no business ideas going on. And I think at the time I'm someone I like Instagram. I'm not really a Facebook person no more.
Okay.
Don't do Twitter, all those things. I just like very simple thing. And I just kept seeing not so much the soft play, people doing party stuff.
The events thing.
And Shanice will know naturally as kids, or what we were born into family wise, we've come from a party family. What we mean by that, we come from a family that does the food, also caters food, comes out with unique themes, and we don't spend big money to hire all these things. We're quite creative ourselves, and
it's
every
like
time
seeing things and thinking we can do
we
this
can
ourselves.
do that. Yeah, we'd see something, or some would say
Yeah.
they want to, a casino party. Then we'll just rent a few things and
Yeah.
decorate it. And the compliments we would get, to us, we didn't realise. For us, it's normal because we do a party, we know what to expect.
Yeah.
For other people, we would always get
Other people
compliments,
are like,
wouldn't we?
"Oh, what's that?"
And then it made me think we should actually maybe harnessed into this, because it's what we've been around, it's what we've seen.
Exactly.
We're like the next generation. It's like
Yeah.
we've also picked up those skills as well, so let's use
let's
it
put it
That's
to the best of our ability.
Yeah.
And I think what's really interesting there is when you talk about you had the WhatsApp group. You
Yeah.
know, so and that's great, because you had something there which one was bringing you guys together to stay in contact. But I like the fact that you called it business. Because in the back, that's still keeping something going.
Yeah, just to remind us what it is. Although there was no business, no
But
business.
for you to take that initial plunge though,
Yes.
how did you guys feel when you finally said, okay, right, let's go for it? Let's the main one, right, is when people put money. Because when you put money in, that is when
That's when it becomes real.
start.
Right.
It starts
But
to
the
feel.
thing is, the business chat started from doing nails, lashes.
Actually,
Tia was makeup.
Actually, before we got there, Tia
then,
was doing makeup
what was that?
and YouTubing.
Yeah.
Then I think through COVID, being stuck indoors, all of a sudden I got into nails and started doing
I
acrylic
bought a
nails
lash
and
bench,
stuff.
and I was like, I'm gonna do
Do
lashes.
lashes.
Yeah.
So in a sense, the plan was never for us to have a business together. It was just a group for us to be together and support one another in our own little business, because we're all still in full-time work, and I think it's good for people to have a side hustle no matter what age you are.
Definitely.
I wish personally we would have had a side hustle from where we were like
Ages ago,
teenagers that we stuck at, but I guess I don't think it was really much of a thing as what it is now. I'd like to think, and I think
Though I think the point you made earlier about being in a family that did events naturally, that was already a grounding, and hence why you're doing it now. So I think that's great.
Because that's like myself and Jerry, we've like known for years. And we were always talking.
Always talking.
And
No action.
Because it's you know what it is, right? I think it's the unknown. Okay, should I try it?
It's an investment in time.
And
it's
it's
an investment in money.
it is, and
And you don't know if you're gonna win or lose.
That's
it's
right.
daunting
That's
because it's
right.
like you said, we're all stepping into these realms that we know we could do by ourselves, but when you're doing it with someone and it's you don't really know too much about it. You're just kind of making it up as you go along.
That's right.
But I think there's a beauty to that personally.
I think you got to take that leap of faith. Right?
So it's the same for any person who starts business. Your sugars, your whoever. It must be the same for everyone.
But it does
Trust
feel
yourself
real,
and
go for it.
go for it.
And it's quite nice. Like the more you start doing things properly,
you enjoy it and you see
you actually start enjoying it. And you actually
And you
get that
think,
self gratification.
yes,
Like we're doing well, and what we've talked about is actually coming alive, which is quite nice. And rewarding, but it's a lot of work also.
You can't get that hard-earned cash with no work.
Exactly.
I mean, when I saw the pictures on the website and I saw how you guys laid out the different tiers, you know, of what you can hire, I thought that was very professionally done. I thought, and
that was Nicole.
You know, no, it was really laid out like how those companies do it, you know. And I just thought to myself, wow, because presentation
It's key.
is key.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and as soon as someone goes to a website, if it's looking a bit rough or not looking tidy, right? Someone's gonna say, "I'm not spending my money there."
Yeah.
That's right.
So I think you started off on a good foot in there. Right?
Thank you. Yeah.
And before we delve a bit further into that, just a small. I just want to understand the journey from getting everything together, from having the group, from deciding that you want to do this, to actually maybe those 3 or 4 steps that moved you into setting something up. So I'm thinking here of maybe having to go to company's house if you've set up a limited company, and any sort of, not adversity, but any sort of what's the best word?
Confrontation. Bit of that.
Any sort of big adversities that you might have seen starting up that might have put you off, but you thought, no, we're going to continue.
Well, I think starting straight away was daunting because we was thinking, how are we gonna get the money? I mean, I've got 2 kids. Tia's got a kid.
I have no kids.
Because
but
I
I live an
kids,
expensive
but still.
lifestyle of just doing random things that I don't really need to do and going on holiday because I don't have kids and cars and stuff. So
it was that. But then from the get go, we knew that we wanted to be legitimate. So we knew that, okay, how do we get registered? We went on the .gov website, I think it was.
HMRC.
We just sat down together, we was just reading.
So you didn't have like a consultant come in
we didn't have nothing.
and show you how to set this up?
We've purely done this all by ourselves.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say, I'm not putting a message out, I wouldn't say everyone else should do that. If you can do it, I think it's been partly easier for us because we are 3 people.
Yeah.
One person, it's a lot more work. But then in certain ways, I think being one person, you'll cross more. When you're working with 3 people, it's 3 different minds.
And I think all of us, we kind of had different understandings of what everything meant. Like we was reading through, and Tia was like, "Oh, I think it means this," and I was like, "I think it means this," and then it was like, "Yeah."
And we'd set set weekly meetings.
Yeah,
there's no excuses. You know, because like we said, we all work full time. We all do different jobs. Like I work in production, TV production. That means I work Monday to Friday, but I might get phone calls on the weekend. Yeah. Golf is always happening. Yeah. Shanice.
I'm in hair at the moment, so
Plus, obviously, having 2 kids as well. Tia, she's a deputy.
She is a nursery
manager. So we've also got the experience. So not only that, we've gone into a field where we've got a bit of background from events, but then we've got actual realistic people that do have kids of the ages of the service that we provide, and another person that Tia has the kid and she's a nursery manager, so she's got a very good educational background when it comes to health and safety and child developments and things like that. So
she knows about the all the laws like safeguarding.
So like DBS and all that. So in a way, we've kind of put all of our skills together and mushed it. And
did you guys get your DBSs and stuff?
So we are DBS checked, and we also have liability insurance.
Wow, nice.
As Shanice said,
you guys are. You haven't done one of those. You haven't done one of those black backstreet things. People open up a barbers, right, and they ain't got no running water, no toilet. But they got the shave and they cut it in.
I was impressed when I heard that we have weekly meetings. Because, you know, an endeavour like this, you wonder if, okay, we're going to do this and overnight everything clicks into place. But it's not like that. You've got to do that hard graft. You've got to have the weekly meetings. You've gone through your checks and so forth. So it's a step-by-step process.
Weekly meetings is hard because we did miss some. I missed some. But we would mix it up to suit our lifestyle.
If it's not in person, it was on Teams.
It was on Teams. And, you know, one of us would write notes the week, like on the Monday and say, this is the meeting notes. So I I think it's important you have an agenda and you don't waste.
I mean, I'm impressed by.
I'm very impressed
for your age, right? That you guys have taken it this serious.
But it goes to show as well, though, Frames. I mean,
It's really good.
you know, to get to that level of having something up and running, you
have
need to coordinate.
You have to
You
coordinate.
have
Yeah,
to use professional
Yeah.
techniques.
Yeah.
You know?
You have to make it corporate, basically.
Exactly.
You have to treat
Yeah.
it like how you would in your full-time job
Yes.
if you're
Yeah.
still working.
Right.
So just because it's your project, I don't think you should cut the standards in half.
Yes.
And I think we think of ourselves still as a customer for our business.
Yeah.
What would we like? What would we
Yeah.
want? What
Yeah.
service would we like to see provided? How would we want us to interact with us, sort of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think what's nice what you guys have done as well, you've kept it to 3 where it's you all know one another.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
in
And they're all bringing
yeah,
certain
you're
expertise
bringing that skill
Yeah.
to
to it
different
as well.
skills.
Yeah. And if we have disagreement, like we said, T is like family, not so we're like family. We're
Yeah.
gonna see
We're
one
like
another
family.
most likely
Yeah.
on a Friday anyway,
Exactly.
so it can't last too long.
Yeah.
But I think I know there's this what's the word? There's this big dark cloud when it, you know, with working with family or working with friends.
Yeah.
There,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
there is this
Yeah.
stigma, and I still partly agree with it. But I think I will say it's very important. You think about who you go
Who you're
into
gonna
business
work
with.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you say that, but if you look at so many businesses, there's so many family run. So
Yeah,
many
actually,
of them
yeah.
family-run.
Yeah.
You have your
That's
and sons.
very true.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
They are.
Surname and sons.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But you're right as well. There is that sort of saying, you know, never go into
Yeah.
business with
With-
something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's to
not
do
true.
with. I don't think it's true.
I think there's
I think
been-
it's if you all have the same mindset, right?
Yeah.
And you all want the same goal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's the thing, we was all on the same page
And
from
that-
the get-go.
right,
Yeah.
and-
We wanted
And I
to do
think that's why it
business.
clicked.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and it's something that you all enjoy.
Yeah.
So you've picked something that you guys will flourish in,
Yeah.
and it looks like it is flourishing with all these things you guys have set in place, man. It's amazing.
So let's pivot questions slightly now and look at the customers that you have. I mean, what is the feedback from the customers that you've had? I mean, how are they taking the experiences that they're having with the events that you run for their little ones?
I mean, feedback so far has been good. You know, like we've got compliments to say that our soft play is clean.
Yeah.
First of all,
And
I was
timing.
gonna
yeah,
ask them about that.
timing, the service that we provide. I mean, we're contactable, and that was my main thing, because when I used to hire things or whatever, you can't get through to people, and I'm thinking, okay, did you see my message or not? My event's coming up, and I think that's a big thing. We work to a schedule. We've got a diary. On our website, you can easily book a date. If it's booked up, it will tell you, oh, we're not available on this date,
Wow.
Very nice.
and give you alternative dates. I mean, yeah, we're quite accessible, and contactable is the main thing for me, I would say.
Yeah.
What we wanted to
Communication
do.
is key.
Communication, yeah.
And it gives off a good representation of us if we've got good communication skills.
Yeah. I
And do
mean,
you guys? Sorry,
No,
that's
no.
fine. Do you guys have a uniform or anything you go in there with?
We have got a
Branding wise?
uniform.
Really?
We have,
Yeah.
yes. We've got a uniform.
We've actually got
We've got
t-shirts,
t-shirts, with our
branded
logo.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's quite funny because it kind of reminds me of, like, you know, when you do your, like, when you're 16, and you know you're at school, you do your little side job, and you don't want to wear the t-shirt for the rave, and then it's funny how, like, now we've got our
Proud to wear it now.
but I get it now.
it's proud to wear it, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, even if we're not doing a job,
Yeah.
you know, we can wear it because we're
Yeah.
promoting our business.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's
You know?
correct.
That's it.
People might not know the faces so much to our business unless
Yes.
they meet
It's just
us.
funny that mindset, isn't it? You know, like you say you work for McDonald's, right? Or little
Don't
Saturday job, right? And then you wear that uniform, you say, bun this thing.
Pushing it in the bag, like, yeah, the big
now
big
you got
thing.
now you got your own business. You want people to wear a pride. So
Yeah.
like when you guys expand, which I know you guys will, and you got your own stuff and they're wearing it and it's creased up, you say,
Yeah.
did behind that.
Yeah.
That's my brand.
You're representing the company, yeah.
You know?
Right, absolutely.
Because also we know what we're like. We be thinking, oh, you
Yeah.
it's a bit scruffy.
Exactly.
You know, and if you've got a lovely website or whatever, you kind of want it to kind of match.
want it to
It's
match,
silly as it
yeah.
sounds. You kind of want it to
No, but
match.
it's the details, isn't it? And that's
Yes.
what people are going for.
Details.
And it's
Customers are
reassuring
Yeah.
for a customer to say,
Yeah.
do you know what? I don't know this person very well, but I feel like I can trust them. They look, representable. Like,
Yes.
so yeah.
Because you always want to make sure that you can branch out to the higher tier of people.
Oh, definitely, yeah,
Because,
definitely.
I mean, they do like that type of stuff, don't they?
Yeah.
With these soft play things to show off to their friends.
Yes, oh
To
yeah.
show
Yeah.
them that, okay, look what I had at my party.
Right.
And then the next one will say,
Yeah.
oh, well, where did you get Kaido's?
That's a good point there. You just brought me onto another question I had, which is, given today's technology where we are with your Instagrams, your WhatsApps, and so forth. I mean, how does this feed into, for example, Instagram? Do you guys advertise of Instagram? Is there a following on Instagram?
Yeah.
Does Instagram even play any part
Um,
of
Instagram plays a part for us.
Yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
have had prior discussions when talking about marketing strategies. We always talk about different marketing strategies because there's always different things going on and new platforms that have come out.
Trends,
But,
TikTok, for
TikTok,
example.
yes.
And even the
Yeah.
age of our audience is
Yeah.
important. So we're not gonna, I don't know, do a live stream because it's most likely majority of our customers are not going to be on Twitch or something of that
Yeah.
kind
No,
doing a live
no,
stream.
no.
They
Yeah.
are going to be in the categories of your Facebook,
yeah.
your Instagram,
Yeah.
a website.
Yeah.
Even the
TikTok.
basics like posters and leaflets at baby clubs and
Yeah.
playgrounds and school school playgrounds. It's
Yeah.
it's that kind of crowd we're going for, I'd say.
Yeah,
So you got to go to like
And word of
school
mouth.
places.
Yeah,
Word of mouth. You
yeah.
know, think about it. You have a kid of kids having a party. They've got 10 kids. That means you've got 10 parents there.
Yeah.
That's 10 parents is taking pictures of our equipment
Exactly.
at a party. That person then goes home
on
and goes
to
to the
other
other.
people,
They
yeah.
show you that. Where'd you get that person from?
Yeah.
So that is we're still relying on the normal basic chain of advertisement, I would say.
Yeah.
But definitely technology helps.
Yeah.
Quite involved, but helps.
No, that's good because you have to be in that realm of that technology. Some people fear it, but I
Yeah,
think you have to embrace it.
Yeah.
You really have to embrace it.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because you're missing out on another
It's a
crowd.
platform, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So what about the products in general? So I'm thinking of the actual soft play items. How do you guys think of the next thing to bring in and so forth? I mean,
We've kind
I mean, we've seen so many things, isn't
Yeah.
it? Because you can kind of get lost in it, I think.
yeah,
Like, and you
yeah.
want to buy this and buy this and buy this, but no, we started off small and we kind of like developed. I mean, if you go on our website, we've got different packages.
Yeah, I saw those. They look really good.
So we kind of want to enhance, but slowly. I
Yeah.
think.
and is it something that you would put together that you'd say, oh, it's unique to you guys, that you guys sort of
Yeah,
do this
so
thing?
we've got
Yeah.
packages. We've currently got 5 or 6 packages. The basic starts from £70, and then it will go up from like 200 onwards. What that means is, in the package on the website, what you see is what you get, sort of thing. But then if you speak to us, we also do customization.
Yeah.
If let's say
Personalisation.
someone's got a
Yeah.
theme, it could be
Yeah,
Sonic
tailor
or
it
thing.
more to you.
So our thing is not only do we provide soft play rental, because we're pretty much a family run business, we
Yeah.
put care into our products and what we're presenting. So we want to make sure that clients we want to bring
bring your party to life, bring your event to
hence
life.
our tagline, our motto is making memories.
Oh, nice. That's
That's
a nice.
it.
Yeah.
I like that vision.
I like that.
Very good.
And that's what people like, personalised.
Yeah.
That's nice stuff, don't they?
Yeah.
Which is true.
Everyone can have the same thing, but then someone always does something different that makes you think.
Wow.
Wow,
And
we need
yeah.
confidence.
That is where we're
Yeah.
catering for, yeah.
You know, just speaking to you two ladies here, I can see that a lot of thoughts.
It's good.
This is not an overnight or two
No.
job, you know what I mean?
Took
This
some
is-
time to get here.
You know,
Yeah.
everything's
Yeah.
which is what you, and I like you have that vision. What remind me of the vision again? Memories.
Making memories.
Making memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice,
Yeah.
Exactly.
nice
It
slogan.
all stems from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is really, really good. I mean, what do you guys do for when the stuff you've hired the staff, it's finished? how do you guys hygiene the products?
So we give it full deep clean. The soft play balls, they're sterilised.
Oh, nice.
And then we vacuum pack everything.
Wow.
Seal it up so nothing's hanging
we
around.
seal all the mats and stuff like that. So
Oh, that's really good, because a lot of those things usually they're not that.
Yeah.
If they start looking tatty or
and dingy.
And we put on our website no shoes allowed, so kids are not allowed to put shoes on the soft
No
play
food.
no food.
So
No, that's good.
we have put
Yeah.
things in
That's
place.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. So you've got like a damage thing on there as well.
Yeah,
Someone
damage
damaged
waiver.
or lose or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we've invested our own money into our equipment and our company that we have. So obviously we're looking. It really is our baby sort of thing, you know.
No,
and
it is.
like we
It
said,
is.
you know, we're not renting. We're providing a rental service, but the stuff that we're
It's
providing,
yours. It's yours.
we own it.
It's ours.
So
That's really good.
that's another thing, you know. Starting a business is daunting, but also you got to take that gamble. And I think the main issue we had at the beginning was finance. So once you start figuring out like the name and stuff like that's kind of like the easy part. It kind of feels like makeshift. Anyone can do that. Okay, company's house. Now I own this company. Now what?
What's next?
Right.
Yeah.
So you know, it's that
Tax
thing.
man will be knocking.
And the more you get emails coming through and posts coming through from HMRC, and then you're like, what does this mean?
Exactly.
Oh, I've got to do corporation tax. And that stuff is very daunting.
You can get accountants and stuff.
I recommend if you don't know anything like we only know certain bits and we don't want to be getting fines or anything of that kind. Get an accountant.
So that was another expense, and you had to get an accountant.
That is another account, but I think it's worth.
It's
it.
worth
Yeah,
it,
definitely.
It's
100%.
the fine that you're going to get is ridiculous.
The fines are
So-
off the chart right
no
now
point.
because they're trying
It's
to
no point.
claw back everything they
Yeah.
haven't taken legitimately
Exactly.
from the billionaires.
And the more you're making, the more they
more they
will
want.
take. So I just think if you're earning, if you've got a business at the moment and you're earning over 20k a year, you've got more than enough money to get yourself a proper accountant and a bookkeeper and all of those things. If you know you're not good at that.
I think that's worthwhile doing.
Exactly. I hope our viewers are listening to that vital piece of information.
And if you're doing something like what we're doing, or it doesn't matter what it is, make sure you got insurance.
Definitely, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, like with the football, we've got insurance. Just really think like if
It's
someone
important,
breaks
yeah.
their leg, something
Cover
like that.
yourself, cover
You know,
your
you cover
company.
because the thing is, right?
You have to.
Everyone will be your friend.
But as
But as soon as something
Yeah.
goes
Yeah.
wrong,
Goes
oh
wrong.
my
Yeah.
days,
Everyone-
they're on the phone
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah.
right, how much can I clean up? You know,
Yeah.
so that is really, really
Yeah.
good. I think you guys have covered all the bases, man.
Yeah.
I'm really.
Our viewers are certainly getting a
lesson.
a real lesson.
in business.
You know, we're not business experts. I think the beauty in it is that it's nice to go on a journey with other people, especially family, and we're still always learning.
Yes,
you know.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then eventually you will start, you know, talking with other people that run other businesses. It doesn't have to be similar. It could be something totally different.
Yeah.
But you'll learn
You find
something
out
from
something
them.
new, yeah.
So I think the key sort of messages I'm getting is one, it's important to get started. And when you get started, you know, don't be daunted, don't be afraid, and take it step by step.
Take that step.
And money.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the one with money, I would say, you know, you have to put something in to get something out.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
know?
And don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous saying, this is the vision I have. I want to own a shop. So what I need to do straight away to start my cake business is I need to go and take out I don't know, 80, 100k loan.
You have to be
Without-
realistic.
And you haven't thought about
Anything.
anything.
No.
You're then going to screw yourself over longer than the business is actually going to be open for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think you're better off using your own funds as much as you can,
Yeah.
We did.
and then getting that little top up to get you over the line.
Yes, that's our strategy.
That was ours, yeah.
But initially,
I think so.
we did. That was not our strategy.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Our strategy was we weren't gonna go all out,
Yeah.
but we were like, okay, we want to get multiple soft play kits from the jump. So we worked out I think we got like a shopping list together that
we was gonna get like three different colours, isn't it, or something?
Sets. So we've got a big variety, and we need this machine and blah blah blah. And then let's say it probably worked out to like 5,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like now we need 5,000 line, and
that shopping list was
Shanice's team was doing great, and there was a bit of I had a bit of a back and forth with them, and I don't know, like Lord random day I'm thinking I'm like, I don't think I want to take that big of a gamble, and then we also have to think about actually what we got going on in our own worlds as well. Do we really want to tie ourselves up for something like a 5k loan? That might not be much to people, but we don't know how long we're going to pay it off or how the business is going to go in a year. So eventually, we really cut back that by like a whole 3 quarters. We cut that.
Did that then impact what you guys wanted to do?
Yes,
the first
I would say
slightly, it did, but we've managed to make
realistic.
We've made it more realistic.
And it just felt comfortable.
You're
not thinking, I've got this to pay this month or whatever. You just feel comfortable.
It's like myself and Jerry, right? It's like sometimes I'll say, right, let me get this thing, and then as Jerry said, why don't we reuse? Like we've got stuff already. Use what we have until you need to go to that next step.
That is such a good idea. You don't need to go get the most
it's like
pro microphone.
Nah.
I think because when you're in the moment,
step by step.
but you get excited by the idea.
That's the fun part.
That's me when I go shopping normally.
Do you know what? I call it the Costco experience. You go in there for one thing. We're going in there for that. Next thing you know, you got a whole trolley.
You know, when
she swiped your card, 200
bucks. She never got me that, you know. It's basically
that's the thing. It's your eyes see, right? Or your eyes see. You know what I mean?
And it's because you're inspired, which is a good thing.
That's a good thing.
But it helps where there's 3 of us.
Exactly.
One of us can
work your way. You want to work your way towards getting that next thing that you want.
Exactly.
And we'll feel more. I think we'll be more proud in that way to say we've managed to get to the next stage. So now because we changed, cut down our shopping list, we then had to look at a longer plan and say, right, when we hit this stage or this income, we would then move on to buying this, and then from there we'll then move on to that. So
a lot of stability.
That is the best one.
And it's realistic goals as well for what we're doing. So it's not to say don't aim for God that's unrealistic.
Oh no,
but you got to be a bit realistic, especially if you're doing your day-to-day stuff.
Because if you're gonna buy something, right, it's got to be something that's trending, right? At that time. I mean, I did do some research on your kind of stuff, and I saw that toy fairs. They have annual toy fairs. And those annual toy fairs show you what's trending.
What's the latest?
What's the latest thing that's trending?
That's right. That's right.
Some stuff is huge that they've got there. And some stuff is small, the little stuff. But at least it shows you what's trending. So at least you've got a sure bet to say, okay, right, that should be a hit. If those people are saying that's going to be a hit for this Christmas, or for the year going forward, and then you guys.
I think that's a key thing you said, because I think not even so much the field that we're in, a lot of businesses, or let's say certain restaurants and stuff, they're stuck in a certain way, and it's that is a surface, and it is what it is, and it's like,
evolving.
You should evolve with the change. I don't know if you realise now, if you probably go out and go to a restaurant or a bar, you got these floral, planted walls, and it's that thing of because they've owners have realised the young people are into aesthetics. They want to take a photo. We're in a place with them. They've got the nice lighting and the background and neon lighting.
You can go anywhere now, and you've always got these backlight things.
Or
something floral.
The mood.
Saturday I was out with Karen. Went to some place down Canary Wharf. And it was like what you're saying. The lighting, I took photos.
Exactly.
That's the beauty
personally,
Yeah.
And it's good. It's good.
It's done so
Yeah.
well,
It's
and
worked.
it's so. I feel like
It's
it's
worked.
great that it's now the norm that you don't even realise you're.
I didn't realise that.
But it makes you want to say, same way like you go to a fancy restaurant, you want to take a plate of your food.
Yeah.
It makes you want to get a picture. It's the same thing,
It
making
attracts you
memories.
to come back, right?
Yes.
It attracts you to come back. Like there's, you know, in Norbury, there's an Indian restaurant just near the.
I think I know the one you're talking about. By the zebra crossing there in the middle.
Yeah.
The one with the bracket.
Yeah.
I've been in
So
there.
when you go in there now,
Yeah.
and they see there's a couple. So what they do, he comes with the tray of food, but he's got smoke coming all over the food. And that just makes people want to come back.
It's the little things, and it's not to
touches.
say
It's the
everything's got to be personalised.
Oh,
and things like that.
no.
But you know what? People like that more, and it's nice to have that option. Like you said, you can go and get a bouncy castle if you want to.
Yeah.
But what we're gonna provide, for example, it's gonna be tailored to what you want. It's got that extra little touch, and people like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're for.
Well, we've been running for about an
Yeah,
hour
well.
now. Wow. Two people that
This
said,
conversation.
I don't know how I'm going to talk. How I'm going to talk.
It's gonna be a bit rigid.
All right,
yes.
let's look at what we're doing. We're gonna head towards the home straight now.
Yes.
Of this fantastic masterclass. Keep listening, guys.
I hope people
So-
are taking notes.
Exactly, please. So I suppose first quick fire question then is, what has been the biggest adversity you've seen, or biggest difficulty you've seen in starting up so far?
I would say when we went to get the finance sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not.
We kind of went on the government website, and I think they have
Startup
startup loans,
business, startup loans.
business
Right.
loans. Yeah.
Okay. So that was a bit daunting going
Yeah,
through. So that sounds like something they should also be looking at as well.
Yeah.
If they're going to encourage more people.
But I find though that with all these government things and loans, they make it so
Barriers.
barrier.
It's
so
so difficult.
But I think that's the whole purpose.
it
It's
stops
it
you
puts you
everyone
off.
going off.
from getting that loan.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think that
Really
kind of
does.
did for us. And like you do get an advisor. We had an advisor, and in the end, we kind of like, do you know what?
But that advisor,
You
he
don't
never
really-
told you. Those advisors, they're very tricky, right? Because they always say, "I can't really give you."
Yeah, they
I
don't
can't.
give you the full
I can't give you.
SP.
Wow, what's
Yeah.
the word they say?
Just tweak
You know, like when you
Yeah.
meet your pension.
The right word
It's
in.
like pension B, right?
Yeah.
If you go to pension B and you speak to them, you go, you ask them a question, you go, oh, well, I can't give you that.
Yeah.
You have to go to an independent.
Politically.
So you wasted. I said to
Yeah,
them, "Man,
that's
you wasted
so true.
my time, an hour and a half on the phone.
Yeah.
You took me through the pension stuff. I asked you one question, and
you
now you
can't
say to me,
answer it, yeah.
you can't answer it.
And that's another thing we didn't know actually with the business loan, where we had a plan of we'll get a business loan. There's 3 of us and we'll all pay into it monthly. We learnt in that process that it can only be
It
one
goes in
person.
one person's name.
So I would kept saying, but there's 3 directors.
Yeah.
Yes,
so can we
yes.
not
It's
open
based
out a
on
loan
one
on the
person's
company's name?
finances,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it turned out whoever applied was applying for it, the
Yes.
person.
It's on them.
They actually
it's
wanted
on you.
not only to know about the
Yeah.
business, but more so
Your
the
lifestyle
actual
and
individual
everything.
me,
Yeah.
everything. So it was more like a personal
No.
loan, in fact.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then they just slightly consider on an extra page to say all
That
the
other
other directors
people,
are
yeah.
contributing money, and then we just thought it's too
Exactly.
involved. Don't want to be there. But then it did make us answer other questions in a sense of
Yeah.
they wanted to know about our budgetings and where we see ourselves
Yeah.
at free, and those were things we didn't think of.
Yeah. It was like a
all.
5-page spreadsheet, I think.
So really,
yeah.
that opened your eyes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
Oh,
we
definitely.
created our
Budget,
own. We
yeah.
created our
All
own
that
budget
stuff.
list,
100%.
didn't we?
100%.
Yeah.
So that's again all credit to you. That's you know, for me that's a level of moving forward. You've got that in your locker, so to speak.
Yeah.
The ability to not be phased by those sort of additional scenarios when they come. So next quickfire question. That was not so quickfire last one.
I know,
quickfire one.
need to be timed.
We need to put a button.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, you need like a 30 minute.
30-second
That's a
buzzer.
good idea.
We do that. I like that. Next question is, so the first one, that last one was the adversity. This one is, what has been the most happiest experience you've had, most joyous experience you've had so far
What did you say?
with Luna Lux Play?
It's gonna sound cheesy. I think just us working together when we fulfill jobs.
Yeah.
And just collaborating together, an organisation together.
When you see it come to life, you think,
It's chaos,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Cool. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Next question. So, where do you see Luxe Play heading? Let's say in the next 12 months. What's ahead for the next 12 months? Just very general.
We're gonna have more products.
More products, yeah.
Okay.
More services.
And it
I
will,
think in the long term, maybe like a play cafe or something.
that is the goal.
That's our goal.
That's-
Yeah.
We wanna have our own version of, say, like a kids space, but
Yeah.
Yes.
you know. And we're seeing a lot of pop-ups at the moment.
There's
That's
loads,
another thing
there's loads.
of people that are buying, let's say, or renting shops.
Yeah.
And then we look up
Small
the setup
spaces,
and we're like,
yeah.
is that it? We
We're
could
like,
do a better
yeah.
job.
We could be in
But-
there,
and
yeah.
we
Well,
did-
they,
yeah.
they did have
I
a
used to
case.
take the kids.
They had a case with that, didn't they? Recently,
Did they?
Christmas with. I think they charged everything.
Oh,
It's
yes,
the Willy
yes.
Wonka.
Like Willy
The Willy
Wonka.
Wonka experience.
Yes,
Yeah.
And when they showed the guy, he
Oh.
was genuinely hurt because
Yeah.
he thought he was
Yeah.
That was absolutely
Oh, my
shocking.
God.
that was shambles.
Crazy.
That was
It
shocking.
was shambles. Why did he do it?
Huh? Because
He didn't
the flyer looked amazing.
The fly, and it's that thing
Yeah,
again.
it really
If something
looked like
looks
Willy
good,
Wonka.
it looks good. You're not gonna buy
Yeah,
into
That was
it.
his vision.
Then when they got there,
It was like a bucket with like
Yeah.
half a skull.
It's like you just found random people off the street to be actors and a random prop in the middle of. And it's that.
See,
it's
that's
So
someone
I
that you
feel
know.
for him though because
Yeah,
he really
like,
put
done that. People call the police on him.
You would, you'd be wrong.
People call the police because
You'd
they
be
got
wrong.
robbed.
Yeah. But that was very bad.
Turn
It
up
was
with
bad.
two little sweeties like this.
But I think that's a lot. That's quite good motivation. That's our main motivation. Is the thing is, like we said, we've come from that family. Yeah. And then you know when you go, it's like when you go to a restaurant and you might try something that you can already cook. You've gone to that,
Yeah.
and you're like, this was enough. I should have just done it
I
myself.
should have just
Done it myself.
over.
Yeah.
That's
So.
right.
Yeah.
Cool. So I think we're heading to a close on this.
Yeah.
I thought really engaging and frank discussions here. This is very good. And for young or aspiring entrepreneurs, again, encourage you just watch this episode.
Watch it.
And you know, it's showing you that you don't have to. You know, you don't have to have a degree in business, for example, or have 100,000 in cash ready to go with an army of people. You start wisely, as the ladies are showing you. You have a passion for it, and you go through it step by step. So, final question then for me then, and for us, basically, is where would clients, parents, customers find Luxe Play? How can they get to use your services?
Can I get to you?
So you can reach us on the website. You can email us.
Cool. What's the website address? Have we got it?
www.luneluxeplay.co.uk.
We'll have that in
We'll
the
have that.
description.
Absolutely. That'll be in the description below.
Yeah.
Cool.
Instagram, Facebook.
That's at Luxe Play.
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll have that as well.
Have it there as well.
Okay.
So, ladies, listen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Nice,
for having
nice.
us.
Cool, Shanice.
Blessings, blessings.
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 Thank you.
Blessings. And thank you for coming to the One Spot. The real